the question that we get asked a lot, or it's asked in many different ways, but I don't understand OneDrive, SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams. Help me understand how those work, how do they communicate with each other, how am I supposed to use them? So I'm going to talk to you about all of them, and then we're going to kind of break it down piece by piece. So first, I just want you guys to see, what do these logos look like? What are the programs that we're talking about? And I don't know about you, I'm a visual learner, so I figured this would be helpful. So on the left, we've got OneDrive, then we've got Microsoft Teams, and we've got SharePoint. These are the big players that come with Office 365 that you may or may not be familiar with, right? And I will preface this and just say that at the end of the day, with what I was talking about earlier with, the 20% utilization, Office 365, the beauty of Office 365 is that it's a solution that's built to be tailored to your business and your needs. So I'm going to go over kind of the most basic and unilateral usage of these platforms, but there may be specific use cases for your business where you may use SharePoint in a different way. And I would encourage you to reach out to your account team, and we can kind of get you connected to some resources. I'm going to share some training portals and things with you at the end of this session so that you can dig in as well. But again, if you have any other questions, or if you have a specific use case that you want to dig into with us, please feel free to reach out. So first, we're going to talk about OneDrive. So OneDrive, for all intents and purposes, is going to be your space, right? So traditionally, when you're going to be saving files on your device, you're saving those locally on premises, right? You're saving those onto the hard drive, on your laptop or your desktop. So when you migrate to Office 365, for most cases, you want to change from saving things locally to saving your files to your OneDrive account. That's going to allow you to be able to access things on the go through the OneDrive application, share things easily, and do all of the great benefits and features through Office 365. But that's that's really what OneDrive is about. OneDrive is your personal one space for you to use to upload your files securely and to keep them there instead of keeping them on your machine moving forward. Then we'll take a step out to Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is very similar to some of the other chat and communication tools that you may be familiar with, things like Skype, which is included in some Office 365 applications and subscriptions, but things like Skype, things like WhatsApp, for instance, things like Slack, those communication tools that we're using right now, what Microsoft did is they said, hey, why don't we create a platform where, users in real time can pull in files and collaborate and work together and talk, and all of this can be done in one space. So Microsoft Teams is where you work with your team or teams that are based around certain projects, for instance. So I handle our marketing here, but I might be working on some market research where I need to talk to technicians and salespeople and other marketing staff here at Andromeda. What we would do is we would create a space within Teams where all of those people could be collected with documentation and process and procedure, and we can all communicate and work together in that one space within that application. Finally, we've got SharePoint. So SharePoint, I'd like for you to think of that as almost like it's a global solution, right? It's the intranet. It's going to function almost like your on-premises server where you used to save all of those files that would be used on the go or, not on the go with your teammates from different departments. That's SharePoint. SharePoint is built up of different lists, pages, and sites, okay? But SharePoint, again, so move forward. We've got OneDrive for just me, Microsoft Teams where I go to, not to hang out, but to work with my team on different projects. And then we've got the wider organization for SharePoint.